custody को लेके Indian courts पे generally where is the inclination toward?
100% women. 100% women. When a man asks me, what are the chances of me getting custody of the child? I tell them point blank. Especially below 7 years of age, your child will only come into your hands if your wife is in jail or if your wife is committed in a mental institution. Apart from that, you have video proof of her beating the child. It is irrelevant. She has no means to, provide for the child. She is going to ask you for money from the court, through the courts, to give her money so that she can maintain the child. If, she is whatever accused of some horrible crimes, but she's out of jail, there is no circumstance in which you're getting custody of the child. Okay, you will get visitation rights, but that is also is very difficult for you to
Actually visit your child.
Execute those visitation rights. You have to run around in courts quite a bit. There have been a couple of occasions where like 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000 cases, not 1 in 100 cases I've seen, where the court strictly enforced visitation rights, right? And beyond 7, yes, beyond 7, but there's also this caveat. If you have the custody of the child at the time of separation, there is about a 20% chance you'll be able to keep custody of the child. But, if you do not have custody of the child at the time of separation, there's a 0% chance that you'll be able to keep custody of the child.
And it changes in teens, 13 to 17?
So the older the child grows, especially again after 7 years of age, the courts to a significant extent take into account the child's desires as well. But even 13, 14, yes, but hota kya hai na, by the time the child turns 12, 13, 14, you can't really force the child to stay with you, right? They have that kind of a thing that obviously it's not that
they have some agency of their own.
Because the judges listen to them quite a bit. But hota kya hai na, so whatever happens at the formative years of the child, right, in terms of who has custody, that kind of solidifies by the time the child turns 12, 13. Now, there have been occasions where the dispute between husband and wife started when the child was 12, 13. So, usme na, even the spouse is kind of a little apprehensive in moving for custody if they don't have custody at that point of time. Say, for example, I have a client who has custody of the son. The mother doesn't want custody. And she's also like, even if I try to get custody, I file cases, the judge is going to ask the child who is around 12, 13 years of age. There's no point. The child is going to say, I want to stay with my dad. Similarly, father who, is separated from the wife and the wife has the child. The father knows I'm going to file the case for the 12-year-old or 13-year-old child custody ka. What's going to happen is that the child is going to side with the parent with whom there's that attachment, that bond, and also that fear of abandonment that the child has, because of which even if they're treated poorly, it would be better for the other parent to have them. Even then they'll say, I want to stick with, either papa or mummy, the parent who has them right now.